In this lesson, I will edit the staircase I created in the previous lesson and add some interesting details. To edit the stairs easily, I will select both floors, right-click on them, and hide them from the scene by selecting Hide. When I created the first step of the stair in the previous lesson, I converted it to a component, and I created copies afterwards. Due to this, if I edit a single step now, the changes will be applied to the rest of the steps. So, let's get started. I will double-click on a step and select its top two edges by clicking on them one by one while holding down the Shift key. Then I will activate the Move tool to create a copy of those edges. I will click on the midpoint of the front edge, press the Ctrl key once, move the cursor downward, type the number 0.05, and press Enter. Notice that the edges I copied in this step were copied in the rest of the steps, too. Now I will activate the Push-Pull tool and extrude the new surfaces by 0.03 meters. I will orbit the scene to see the backside of the step, and, with the Line tool active, I will create a line to divide the back surface into two surfaces. Then I will activate the Push-Pull tool to extrude the bigger surface up to the edge of the next step. I will use the Eraser tool to delete the horizontal line that was created during extrusion. At this point, I will activate the Move tool again and click on a step's bottom edge to move it horizontally to the top edge of the previous step. To complete the stairs, I will activate the Push-Pull tool again and extrude the sides by 0.15 meters. I will orbit the scene a little to get a clearer picture of the result. So, to sum up, you can make any change you want to one of the steps, and this change will automatically be applied to the rest, as long as you have converted them to components first. Now to make the building floors visible again, I will expand the Edit menu, hover the cursor over the Unhide option, and finally select the All option. Notice that the first step doesn't appear correctly. This happens because the surface of the top stair coincides with the surface of the floor. Unfortunately, this is something you cannot avoid, so the only way to correct it is to delete the top step of the staircase. Then, I will activate the Rectangle tool to create a rectangle 1.4 by 0.3 and then extrude it to recreate this step. Once I draw the rectangle, I will activate the Push-Pull tool to extrude its surface by 0.55 meters, so it will have the same width as the rest of the stairs. Finally, with the Move tool active, I will create a copy of the top edge at a distance of 0.05 and then extrude the surface by 0.05 meters.